patty cake maker man. Make me a game as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it in the cloud. Put it on Twitter and have it read aloud. It's time for Patrick's Treats. Oh, I know this is actually from the Ask Me Anything Reddit, but it's still Patrick and his development team, so this counts, okay? So don't get on my comment section back, right? Basically, 2K Ref Bump. There's 6 core areas of focus for the next WWE game. Core gameplay, making the Superstar vs. Superstar gameplay the best it's ever been, there ever was and there ever will be. Emergence, leveraging physics and more generic object environment systems to enable spectacular gameplay that players feel in control of. WWEX, that stands for WWE Experience, delivering an end-to-end true WWE experience in all aspects of the game, from UI, user interface, and wrapper, to superstars, match types, and story mode. Online, improving all aspects of the online experience. Character, make the best looking superstars of all time. And create, upgrade the creation suite and make our community creation tools feel like magic to use, rather than sandpaper that might you want to itch yourself until you can make yourself bleed. Yeah, it's that bad. Here's some of the questions and the answers. Would 2K games ever use music imported from Spotify? We've had discussions about importing custom music, and it can be a bit of a legal snarl. As creators ourselves, we have to take care when it comes to the rights of other creators, such as musicians. For most music, the original artist retains the right to synchronize picture to the music, so we need to take care to offer the feature in the right way. I can't commit to anything right now, but it is on our list of things to explore. My 11 Iron Air Man, what is your vision of WWE 2K? As executive producer, the game will likely follow your vision the most. I'm just wondering, what are some things you would like implemented into the game? He replies, I personally put a huge value on authenticity, making the stakes of a match feel real, visceral, impactful. Early on, I spent a lot of time with the creative director and we went through a bunch of shows, pay-per-views and such. I responded to a lot of it and really wanted to synthesize into a unifying theme. Then, one day, I walked past his desk and he was watching some behind-the-scenes material that really focused on Bautista. I stopped in my tracks and we spent the next hour or so scrubbing through material. I think the vision really emerged from those conversations, what it's like to actually be on the roster, to be a part of this spectacular entertainment. To describe this in terms of a vision, I would say your goal is to focus a lot more on the superstar experience. Mark Quill, do you plan on keeping the creation suite mostly as is, while adding new features? The reply, create is one of the 6 primary areas of focus for the next game. We are looking at all modes in the create suite, streamlining interfaces and improving the experience for power users. We're also upgrading base models and trying to bring more personality and flow to the creation process. The create team's vision is tools that feel like magic to use. They want everyone to be able to create something that looks amazing, to incorporate that creation into the game, and to share it with the world. Across that entire life cycle of creation, we have improvements plans. As some of you know, we've reached out to power creators in the community to get their recommendations on how to take Universe to the next level. I'm super excited to shape Universe through advice directly from some of our most passionate and active creators. Good job, Defrag and Dell and other people that probably get picked. You guys deserve it. Give car creators a chance. Amateur Meme Lord, will there be any updates to 2K19 and 2K20 in the process of waiting for 2K22, whether it will be content additions or simply bug fixes? My best answer to new patches 2K20 is probably not. I know that's disappointing news to many of you, so I hope you let me elaborate. I joined the team 4 months after the launch of 2K20. At the 5-month mark, the team had delivered 6 major patches, 7 if you count the day 1 patch, and 4 installments of DLC. We reached a point where the biggest issues we were seeing had to do with memory overruns with custom characters and arenas. Fixing these issues would require us to change file formats, branching codes in such a way that improvements to 2K20 wouldn't carry forward into the next game. Blah 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 blah. It's not going to happen. From the online producer, as an online producer, the concept of cross-platform community creations is exciting to us as well. We know that was the #1 requested feature for community creations, and are definitely looking into how feasible that idea is with the future of the WWE 2K franchise. Because by God, why on earth hasn't it been done before? Because the coding isn't hugely different. I understand when it was PS3 360, but PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I mean, it should be straightforward. You type in one thing for code, it should be the same for the rest. So hopefully it will be in the future. From a design lead for many of the people on the team have been playing wrestling games dating back to the days of the NES. We actually have an N64 and a GameCube in the office and occasionally play No Mercy, Day of Reckoning 2 and Ultimate Muscle. Yeah, that game. AKI's output on the N64 are some of my personal favourites, as they were mechanically sound games that were more accessible than other wrestling options that we have come before and even after. AKI games also did a fantastic job capturing the spirit of wrestling and had an incredible roster. In terms of modes, very few games have achieved the open-end nature and freedom of Here Comes the Pain. That's a personal favourite. SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, 2010's Road to WrestleManias were great as well, as they embraced the theatre of wrestling. So, from the design people, they know what they're talking about. We hope. People are seemingly clamoring for GM modes year after year, yet it always seems to get washed under the rug, according to JC-Dog1. Can you provide some insight as to why maybe this gets skipped over, or what goes into these decisions? GM mode is one of the most requested features we get. I can say that. My message to the team was, we're just not going to trot out a mode from 2008 without bringing something new. Top minds are thinking about that right now. Top minds. Didn't they leave to go to AEW? What are your thoughts on recreating and simply adding back elements of older games such as Create a Story or GM mode from Amateur Meme World again? I personally love Create a Story and would love to get back into the game. We definitely want to do it at some point. As for GM mode, it's not lost on us that it was the top requested feature in our most recent community feedback project. We're working on proposal solutions internally, but they need to get reviewed and approved before we move forward on development. We'll share more in the future. I mean, have GM mode linked to Universe mode. We've had this discussion before. Don't have it separate. Be part of the experience. Lemon Foxy Tasty. Do you have any plans including more female legends aside from the ones we always see, such as Trish and Lita? It seems like on the men's side you always get a large amount, but the women's side we usually get nothing. Love to see Michelle McCool, Kelly, Tori, Ivory, and keep China, Melania, Victoria, Jillian, etc. People also love that in 2K17 we've got some 2K16 hairstyles in Creator Superstar mode. Are you planning on doing that again? The Creator Superstar women's clothing and hair seem to get ignored year after year. We are definitely updating CAWs to improve hairstyles for women. As for the roster, it's one of the most critical aspects of the development of the franchise, and we recognise the growing importance of women in WWE history and current programming. It's a big focus for us as we dive into the roster for next year's game. Well, that's if there's a roster left. Coming onto the franchise, commentary was one of the areas that truly shocked me in its complexity. When the audio team talks about what they're trying to achieve with commentary, you'll get a ton of domain-specific lingo, like beer tasting or something, except that instead of catty or resonance or malt backbone, you hear terms like move call, or grunt harvest, or one shot. To give you an idea of the scope and the complexity, move calls, for example, have over 44,000 unique calls. As a move called like "Big Hit There by the Rock" might be 3 seconds. If that's the average across all calls, that would represent about 36 hours of audio, maybe 10 to 12 days in the recording studio, with months of dialogue editing and implementation after that. While these are huge systems, we have plans on the way to improve and modify, and especially to do a better job of synchronizing crowd animated and audio responses. Well, as long as they don't use like Windows AI bot to mimic the audio, we'll be fine. We've kept the 2K19 servers up far past the normal sunset date. In a normal year, servers from a previous game would come down in March so that it could be used and tested in the next installment. That's why some people saw an automated message related in 2019 over the past few weeks. We're planning to keep these servers up for as long as we possibly can, but they will have to come down at some point so we can get ready for the next game. How many people play 2K19 online compared to 2K20? I would love to see those numbers. As someone who's been playing video games for over 10 years, I have only 2 requests, says enjoy the show with X's and kisses beside his name. Certain moves make you slide to the left or right, or if you're on the ground, roll away. Please make every reversal have an actual counter to it. Sliding doesn't count. Too many people can spam one move and then use one of the other quick moves to force you to reverse twice in a row. It's extremely cheap and frustrating. Reversal burner moves have run rampant throughout this game for years. A spamming detection system needs to be in place as well. Unfortunately, not all moves are created equal, and the harder to reverse moves can be spammed over and over again. Reward players to play more creatively, and I think you'll see people return to this game. Absolutely! We're investigating every aspect of gameplay, including counter moves and spamming. Well, rule number 1, remember kids, stomp. Outside of producing the exciting modes and match types that we all want in the game, it's providing a stable, working experience on top of the priority list, says Crush. It said. Definitely, this is the number 1 goal for the team. We are working to create the strongest possible foundations upon which we can build amazing gameplay and features. That means stability and polish. And as I said, it has to be the number 1 thing. You can't have a bad game that's rushed or a turd and fix everything else, because it'll still be a turd. A big smoking turd that doesn't sell copies, and then the game goes bust, and the company goes bust, and then WWE goes bust. That probably won't happen, but you never know. Just a tribute. CC. Green Arena is far and away my most used features in these games. Other plans to build upon or possibly even overhaul it in the upcoming game, given how it's basically been untouched since 2K18, and even then the only new additions were the new sets for Raw and SmackDown. Also, side note, can we at least get some proper NXT UK representation this time too? We have plans for Create Arena this year, including refreshing the content, improving the flow, and making overall improvements to the number and style of elements available. That sounds patronising, doesn't it? Not meant to be. And finally, over time we hope to earn back trust from the community. That's a big part of why we're here on Reddit doing this Ask My Everything. We recognise it's going to take more time with some people than others. Well, for an AMA, Ask Me Anything, for doing public feedback and being transparent, it is 150 million times better, exaggeration, compared to the previous incarnation for the development team and the community support team and everything like that. It's what we want to see. You keep doing good to us, we'll be good to you. We'll give you positive feedback, we'll give you negative feedback. We will be honest with you all the time. We just want transparency. All we ever wanted. For more Patrick's tweets, follow the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button. Follow me on Twitter at ITSMYYARD. And I will see you very soon. Bye bye.